World over, all our brothers and sisters, green morning, green afternoon, green evening. All my friends, my brother officers, wow, this I want to hide for some time. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, in Canada, in Latin America, in United States, you are having your morning cup of tea, morning jog, morning walk, morning exercise. Yes, different time zones, and people have enjoyed their lunch. Yes, some of them have enjoyed. Some of them are still taking. When I just spoke to London South Hall, they were enjoying their beautiful lunch. So people in Europe enjoying lunch, people in Central Asia enjoying their evening tea, people in ASEAN countries in Southeast Asia are going for evening their soup. And of course, let's not disturb the people in Australia, New Zealand, and Fiji. They are sleeping. Let me come back to Bharat, beautiful Bharat, scintillating Bharat, futuristic Bharat. And when we talk about it, this week is very, very important for all of us, ladies and gentlemen. You would say how it is. Why do we say ladies and gentlemen? Why don't we say gentlemen and ladies? So, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this week is dedicated, when we talk about it, International Women Week celebrations, because exactly few days away, we have got 8th of March, that is the next Monday, coming Monday, we are going to have International Women Day, lots of celebrations world over. And yes, if you want to see world beautiful, if you want to see world empowered, if you want to see, even if I go home and I want to be happy and I want my environment at home should be happy, then I got to say, speak less, let her talk. And that is the way we should go by, and we should take the journey and we proceed further. Let me share this particular thing because people are asking me, Dr. Sharma, we are unable to post. So I would write today from Kerala, Namaskaran, Namaskaran. Right. So International Women Week celebration. And today, of course, is 2nd of March, Tuesday. Wonderful evening. It should be around 6:30, 3:34, 35 in India. We are 2.5 hours ahead of you in Singapore. Okay. Now, Saturday, 27th of February, we did the first curtain raiser. It was beautiful. I'm proud of Chitrakala ma'am. When she got back from Germany, I caught hold of her and I said, you have to come on for my program. During pandemic, she did 2 programs, and now she had 12, people, 2 gentlemen and 10 ladies together. And we had the curtain raiser on Saturday, 27th of February. Ladies and gentlemen, this entire week we are having lots of programs. Yesterday, Monday, we had the Western India. Today is Southern India. Tomorrow is Northern India. Then is the Eastern India. Then we are going to schools kiddies. Then we are going to college grown-ups. Then we are going for wellness. And then Monday, 8th of March, International Global Wellness with NRI women from different countries, along with, of course, the session chairs. Now, this was yesterday's program when we got 12 ladies. They had joined us. It was a wonderful deliberation. I don't want to tell you how much time we took because today Kavita has got next session at 8 o'clock. So I don't want to adopt yesterday's strategy. We had 2 hour, 27 minutes deliberations yesterday, full of laughter, happiness, and enjoyment. Excuse me. Now, Tuesday, 2nd of March today, with Kavita Menon, we have got 5 celebrities, 5 women, empowered women, futuristic women. Presently, they are doing great to the humanity and they are sharing so much and adding value to the humanity. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we hear them this evening, a couple of slides I would like to share. International Chamber for Service Industry since 1994, we are trying to gather all the non-resident Indian diaspora together on a common platform. And if I share one secret, the FDI, foreign direct investment, which comes to India, we got 83 billion US dollar equivalent in 2019. And the maximum remittance was to Kerala. Reason being, because you cannot purchase any property in most of the Middle East places. So thereby it's better to send that money home so that the family can be supported. United Nation post-pandemic now, we should call it post-pandemic because it's tapering, it's getting away now. Women in leadership, achieving an equal future in a COVID-19 world, striking the balance between career and family. Family has got its own expectation, and of course, every girl, every lady has got a right to progress, prosper, and to add value to their families. The role of women in everyone's life, she can be a mother, sister, wife, daughter. On a whole, she's a woman. She strives hard for making her family feel special and happy always. Respect her and love her as much as you can. Women as professional, yes, wow, we got to support it. India 2050. What would be the scenario and how the things are going to be? Now, when we talk about today, women constitute about 48.1% of the population. But by 2050, India's population will increase. We would be the most populous country in the world. We will cross China also. 1.66 billion people will be there in India. Value for women. We have got two beautiful hands, left hand and right hand. Look at her. Left hand, she is holding. Traditionally, you have been considering her that she is meant for this only. But right side, if you see, she has proved she can perform much better. There are a number of professions. And in fact, if you talk about this entire universe existence is because of women. Now, today, India's countrywide female literacy rate is about 70.3%. Women in education, when we talk about undergraduate degrees, almost 53% girls, MPhil degrees 69.6%, and PhD 41%. Now, GDP, when you talk about, of course, there is a gross happiness as far as Bhutan is concerned, but world over, we should change now the definition. It should not be gross domestic produce, it should be girl development for progress. That's the way we got to look forward to. Every child has got a right to be educated. What is the share of the women led companies and corporate houses at present in India? Ladies and gentlemen, we got to do a lot in this particular sector. Girls, ladies, women, they deserve much more than what they are having at present. And there are certain sectors where they have got less presence. And I think in future, we got to work more to get them more and more. Look at this female. You got to be proud of her. You know, when she was Commerce and Industry Minister, our chamber has given lots of projects, lot of ideas. Then she became Defense Minister of India. Imagine, she's right over there putting on the defense uniform. And now she presented the first budget, digital budget, paperless budget, which was given to the country on 1st. And this lady, once again, great salutation. I had gone to Pune recently for the motivational talk, and where I met about 39 countries, different students. What a big university. And this lady brought revolution because she told education is very, very important. That's why after her name, we have got Savitribai Phule University at Pune. Now, Prime Minister has got a vision to make India's economy 5 trillion. It's not possible without the contribution, support, dedication, and unless we try and give the right of all women in right perspective, there is something very important which we have to take into consideration. The other day I was talking to my son and we counted number of areas where the girl child and women, they got to be given lot of support. If I go anti-clockwise, first of all, right from childhood, we got to bring a lot of self-confidence in them. Safety. All the time we keep telling, don't sit here, don't go there, don't look over there, don't do this. All the time she's conscious, conscious, conscious. Thereby, let us change the norms. Let them have fresh oxygen. Let them live their way. And some of them are prestigious role model for all of them. Health, yes, health and nutrition. They need support at every stage. I keep talking to my mother, and God bless her. She is now touching about 95, 96. When I talk to her, when I discuss with her, and I keep telling her, Mom, what exactly you used to do when I was about to born? She used to say, I used to sing romantic songs. So it was so lovely. I would say, whole family enjoys the music. My children also enjoy the music. Everybody is, it's a musical family. My daughter has done journalism and mass communication. She has done film direction, bachelor's, master's, and a couple of other programs. What I'm sharing is music, dance, acting, everything. And I'll prove it when you're in education sector, how it is an integral part. It should be happiness, happiness, happiness all the time. And women in leadership. Gender equality is very important. Across the world, we are learning, we are getting the data that due to the pandemic and during the pandemic, there was a lot of domestic violence because first of all, some of them they were not paid because they could not get their salaries, and certain places the salary was half or it was reduced. And I think particularly the ladies, they have got the biggest blow during the pandemic because a lot of jobs where it has been laid off. I personally feel a lot of creativity has to be done now post pandemic, because if we want really India to progress, India to move ahead, and not only India, the universe has to move ahead, then we got to do the hand holding, and they require a kind of a new openings for them. Atmanirbhar Bharat, the dream project of Honorable Prime Minister. And when we talk about Atmanirbhar Bharat, education plays very important role. New education policy on 29th of July. It's going to be the game changer when it gets implemented. National curriculum framework is being designed, and six pillars of the union budget were given by basically our honorable finance minister on 1st of February in the budget. In these six verticals, she talked about vertical number 4, that was reinvigorating human capital. When we talk about it, ladies and gentlemen, the key reforms for education sector in the budget, we are working on it, we are focusing on it every day right from the 1st February. We are taking one agenda, we are getting into the details. I'm proud of my brother officers coming from the armed forces. Right after the budget, from 2nd of February onward, we took on the webinar series every evening at 5 p.m., where we are talking about the union budget. 100 new scenic schools which have to be set up in our country. It's very important, you got to understand. Now the girls are also joining scenic schools. So they're joining armed forces. They're coming in paramilitary forces. They're coming in so many new sectors where basically they can prove their mettle and they can move ahead. So all these my brother officers who have been posted to various Seni schools, we all are deliberating onto that. Now with education, skills are very, very important. With United Arab Emirates as well as Japan, there are some latest MOUs which have been signed. 3 lakh youth got to go to Japan. And we strongly believe holistic education is not complete till you get the skills, until you get the right opening. All schools, all colleges, all institution, link up your education with the skills, and education and skills got to be linked up when we talk about directly with entrepreneurship. Don't promise jobs. Don't promise, because there are not going to be much of jobs in future, and everybody got to skill, reskill, upskill. All that has to be taken care of. This is, we brought the finishing school to India. We are proud of it. If you go to the AICT website, All India Council for Technical Education, there are 9,000 colleges in India affiliated when you talk about UGC and AICT. Now, AICT, which has got 9,000 colleges for engineering and management, if you see their homepage website, we are proud to share with you the concept which we brought in 1994 is on the home page of this country's website of AICTE. incubation center, finishing labs, Atal tinkering labs, all that what is needed is the integral part. Our chamber is working for teachers and youth empowerment, Atmanirbhar Bharat. During the pandemic, the new golden triangle, it is not Delhi, Agra, Jaipur. It's a food, it's a health, and it's education. That is the three buzzwords you have to take. And B2B is no more business to business. The new term is back to basics, sustainable development of the world. 12 hours beaming we have got every day. 28 webinars we are organizing per week. Every day in the morning, we play a beautiful song for you. Vishwa Guru Banna Hai Bharat, Bharat Ka Samman Karo. Every day in the morning at 9:30. 12:30 every day in the afternoon. भारत के द्वार हैं खुले स्वागत में आपके पग पग पे फूल हैं खिले स्वागत में आपके let's come together, let's make education relevant, and we strongly believe, our chamber strongly believe, because we deal with the corporate houses, we deal with the government various ministries from time to time, we keep giving them roadmaps, action plan, blueprint, strategies. At the same time, the non-resident Indian, 31 million non-resident Indian brothers and sisters. We are proud of them. We are so closely associated with them. And every Sunday, we have got a special programs also with them in the evening at 8 p.m. Now, whatsoever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. This evening, we are proud, we are privileged. We have got Madam Kavita Menon. She's the CEO, Director, Academics and Trainer, Global Language, the Academic Partnership, LLC, India, beautiful state, Kerala. And ladies and gentlemen, they always say God's own country. They have taken the God also to their state. Imagine everything they have taken over there. And this evening, we have got 5 celebrities with Kavita. They all are going to share their vision with us. Tomorrow, you have got the next program on International Women Week, Women Leadership. Tomorrow's program will be at 12:30 in the afternoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, with these words, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you, and let's hear and let's take the journey onward. Join me in extending a very warm welcome to all the ladies and very especially to Kavita Menon to take on the floor. Pleasure to have all of you, all of you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Kavita, now is all yours, your show.
Thank you so very much. So first of all, good evening to all the ladies and gentlemen. Here is to strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we raise them. I don't have words to thank Dr. Gulshan Sharma for organizing a week-long program, not only to celebrate womanhood, but also to cheer the women leaders. So before having my panelists with us today, I would like to play a small video that represents one among the other traditional forms of Kerala women known as Tiruvadira or Ardura Darshanam is a Hindu festival celebrated in the Indian states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. Tiruvadira in Tamil means sacred big wave. In Kerala, Tiruvadira is the star or nakshatra of Lord Shiva as per the Malayalam calendar. It is believed that on this day, the goddess Parvati finally meet Lord Shiva after her long penance, and Lord Shiva took her as a Saha Dharmacharini. That means an equal partner. So here,
You got to play it. It has not been moving so far. No worries, no worries.
okay.
Technically, all the things will move. No worries. You can play it midway, you can play it now, you can play it. Yeah, your choice. Yes. Kavita, we got to get sound also.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are moving mentally, spiritually, wholeheartedly to Kerala without paying any business class ticket. All of us, we should enjoy this beautiful evening. And if I could pronounce clearly, she talked about Tirvadra, that's the stars and nakshatra. And she's talking about Parvati. meeting Lord Shiva. Wow, that's beautiful.
I think we are having some audio issues, if I'm not
No
wrong.
worries, no worries. It can be explained by you. We will still feel Parvati is meeting Lord Shiva. Please.
Thank you so very much, sir.
Yeah.
Well, this is what we call as a Pinnal Tiruvadra. And if I'm not wrong, I think we have Dr. Nidhi and others who can tell me more about this, about Pinnal Tiruvadra.
Okay.
At the end of the rhythmic movements, these women will be able to generate a braid, actually the hair braid that we make. So that is the outcome of this performance, and one of the most special art forms, especially played during the Onam Eve, Onam time.
Thank you, Dr. Nidhi.
Onam is a beautiful festival. Yes, please. Kavita ma'am, let's proceed. I think, Kavita ma'am, you can give them initial 1 or 2 minutes to introduce themselves. Each
Yes,
one of them, they can just introduce so that people know them, and then we proceed with the things.
sure,
That would be
sure.
very kind
So,
of you. Yeah.
so first we have Dr. Nidhi, Dr. Nidhi and Miss Saumya, Miss Sarumati and Miss Elsa Baby, and then we have Miss Aditi Radhakrishnan. So I would ask them to please introduce themselves.
Thank you, Kapta, and thank you, Dr. Krishnan, sir, for this opportunity. At the outset, let me uh, start by saying a few words on me. It's really hard, like when we we are going to introduce ourselves. So I would like to keep it as brief as possible. Myself, Dr. Nidhi, I've done my research in engineering. I've done my research in fact, in sustainability from NIT Calicut on the topic sustainable supply chain assessment under carbon trading mechanisms. To coming back to other activities apart from teaching, I'm also volunteering into the Prayana activities where we empower other women and other girls who wants to learn and grow, and especially to those people who really need help is where we do the hand holding through the Prayana forum. Then I also represent IST, which is a hand-holding agency or a largest professional body, in fact, for AICT. So IST is the Indian Society for Technical Education, and I'm the only lady representative from Kerala at national level onto this forum. I've been recently awarded the best faculty advisor by the IST and received the award from the Honorable Governor of Kerala. And I'm also been awarded fellowship from Indian Institution of Industrial Engineering for the contributions for in the area of industrial engineering. This is a gist of all about me. Thank you. Thank you once again. Over to Soumya.
Wow, that was a great introduction. Hi all, I'm Soumya Sanathanan. I'm basically a musician. When I say music, I am a playback singer. I have done playback singing in few Malayalam movies. Then I'm a composer. I'm an A-grade music composer at Akashvani, Thiruvananthapuram. And I have also done music for few serials and short films and ads as well. And I did my masters, both BA and MA in music, and I had a fellowship and I submitted my PhD in music at Kerala University. I also did a master's in psychology, and I have a studio of my own, and I'm also volunteering as a rhythm therapist at an autistic school here in Thiruvananthapuram. So music is everything that I do. And I'm also a percussionist. I have a big collection of instruments, and I play around 20 percussion instruments. So yeah, that's about me. Thank you.
Kavita ma'am,
Now,
next one.
yes,
Kavita
yes.
ma'am.
Miss Sarumati, can I have you?
Yeah, hi. Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Kavita, and thank you, Dr. Gulshan Sharma, for giving this opportunity. I am Sarumati. I'm owner of the clothing brand called Labelless. And in addition to that, I'm operations lead of Prakol. Prakol is the e-commerce platform which has been, come up from Prayana. Here we are giving a digital platform to the women entrepreneurs to sell their products. So yeah, thank you, Kavita.
So thank you, Sarumati. Now, can we have Elsa, baby?
Hi, good evening, Dr. Gulshan sir, Kavita, and my fellow panelists. Myself, Elsa. First of all, I thank you for this invite for being part of this wonderful event. Okay, I'm Elsa Baby. I'm basically from Ernakulam district, Kerala, and I'm associated with two businesses. One is production business. We do cocoa processing and chocolate making. Is that Pastry? That is the brand name for chocolate. We make bean to bar chocolates by supporting the Kerala cocoa farmers. And another one I associate is a curated gifting brand, that is Lavender Thoughts. I make a personal gifts, even gifts, etc. My educational background is engineering itself. I was a professor in college, and after that resigned the job to become an entrepreneur. That is it. Thank you.
Thank you, Elsa. Now, Miss Aditi, can I have you?
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Kavita, and good evening to Dr. Gulshan, my fellow panelists, and the audience who's listening in. It's a privilege to be in such august company. My fellow panelists are really, well deserving to be here, and I'm so happy to be sharing the stage. So I'm an through and through HR professional for the last almost 20 years. 17 years in corporate, but the last 3 years I've been running my own consulting services. I mostly work with small and medium enterprises, but a few MNCs as well. So my HR consulting wing, where I also do leadership coaching, is called Mitara Consulting Services. I am also part of EVIT, which is called Empowering Women in IT, the Kerala chapter, and the governing body member, currently the General Secretary. I'm a member of many such organizations, and on top of this, I also have started a franchise of Story Trails, which takes you on a walking tour to discover the city. So I'm a franchise partner of Story Trails Trivandrum. I think that's enough for an intro, and looking forward to the interaction.
It's really great to have Elsa, Aditi, Sarumati, Soumya, and Nidhi with us today. Because now, when we are talking about having us together online, so I can't miss this opportunity to talk about Prayana, of course. so, so yes, I'm honored to virtually invite some of the supportive, enthusiastic, independent women from Prayana for live webinar of ICSI International Chamber for Service Industry for Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. Now, as we are talking about women empowerment, I must talk about Prayana and Prakol at the same time that Sarumati has, gave us a brief about it. So let's talk about Prayana first. So Prayana is an exclusive finishing school and career support mission for women who wish to make an impact in the world. Prayana gives wholesome career support services right from career counseling, training, mentoring, and recruitment services under one umbrella. Prayana is a local global network of women of strength who support each other when it comes to career and business with mutual responsibility and accountability. It is a dynamic platform to rekindle and refuel not only the passion in you that wanted to see the light, but also to revive you by making you a complete and accomplished woman. Prana is a dynamic system by itself with all that strategies needed for the revival and empowerment of women folk like those who are coming back to the career or who wish to start a career or venture into a business. Prana connects you with the rest to the world and update you to evolve and grow. We are determined to be together and to empower 1 million women educationally, emotionally, and economically by 2030. Now, I would like to play a small testimonial video by Prayana members. Okay, just give me a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to the memories of 2020. Although we don't want to remember 2020, but I think Kavita had the celebration of 2020 before the corona had come. Yes, let's go ahead.
So actually, it's about a magazine, She Site magazine from Prayana, and where, you know, as we always say, we always believe.
Sarumati had raised her hand. Is it Kavita Manor?
Yes.
Okay. The nurturer. Okay. Yeah, here is the madam who has joined us today, Elsa Baby Ma'am. And here is the 7 shades of a woman. Okay.
Thank you, Saru. Okay, so that was celebrating 7 shades of women that we celebrated for the She Site magazine movement by Prayana on the occasion of Women Day 2020. So now when we spoke about Prayana, as I said that I would be playing up a video. So here it is. Okay. So this is it. Now I have some questions for our lovely panelist. So if I'm allowed to do, okay. So first of all, to Miss Aditi. Okay, so Aditi, I have a question. The theme of 2019, Balance for
Yeah.
Better, to encourage women and girls worldwide to achieve their ambitions and celebrate women's rights and achievements worldwide. Do you think that we have made progress and also the struggles that many women still face today?
Yeah, thank you, Kavita, for that question. I love questions like that, which ask us to, take the mirror and look at ourselves and really see where we are and where are we headed. So I did a bit of research. I love doing that, and Dr. Gulshan Sharma also showed, the statistics. Our from 2010, in India, the population of the female population is 48%, which is great. But if you look at the labor force participation, we are at a measly 20%. Okay, now it's really sad, and so I looked at the data, and it said from 2011 we were at 24%, and we've dropped to 20%. So I was curious, we were only at 24%. So I went back a little bit. And in 2005, we had a record of 32% of female labor participation. What has happened since 2005 till 2020, we can, philosophically debate. What I feel is that while we make two-step progress towards empowerment and getting more women into the labor force or starting up on their own, we are also taking 10 steps backward in many other ways. The way we are supporting our women to come forward, the way society is talking about it, and way women themselves view themselves. I think a lot of women have had some existential questions. I'm not a woman if I don't do certain things and things like that. I think that's where a lot of the issues are coming. If you go back to our history, and I think Kerala, we've been front runners in this. Matrimony was our history, right? Where we had women, strong women, lead the way. They ran the family. They decided things for the family. Of course, probably because it was required at that point of time, but that's how it was. And I think some remnants of matrimony still exist in Kerala in some ways, because women here are, I feel, a lot stronger, but we have lots of instances of women not participating enough, not bringing their full potential to the world, to participate and earn income, or contribute as much as they can. And that, I feel, is not progress. We should be progressing at a much better rate. I think world over, it is true. The gender pay gap, a recent study, they had assumed that by 2030 or something, we will close the gender pay gap. But it's now reset to 2052, if I'm not mistaken. So we're 30 years away from a gender pay gap world over being all right. Even in India, there is a huge discrepancy across the unorganized sector, of course, but even in the organized sector. Now, if you notice, IT sector, and I've been in IT for a long time, we employ almost 50%. So at the starting stage, there's almost 50% women employees joining an organization. But as the years go on, of course, they taper down. But the pay gap is almost 26%. Why is this happening is something we should ask. And therefore, in my mind, we're not making enough progress. We are making some progress, but we're not making enough progress. I think during the pandemic, we've seen a lot more progress. Women have stood up for their rights, but also we have seen many situations where women have had to give up their dreams. So I'm not happy with the progress, is all I want to conclude.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you, Aditi. Thank you for your insight about this question. Now, can we have Elsa? Elsa, I have a question for you. How will women be different in 100 years from now?
Hello, Kavita, thank you for the question. Actually, this 100 years is a long span. Actually, I think it will be a time of our great grandchildren. So I think in any generation or any time span, the parents play a major role. Actually, now, if we have to speak after 100 years, we have to think from now itself. Because the main thing is for the before generation, that means the generation I could remember, my past generation I could remember is my grandparents' generation. In that generation, they were never bothered about the equality, gender equality, or rights for women. Such things means the relationship between my grandmother and grandfather, and their relationship towards the children were entirely different from what my parents are and my generation children are getting into. So, we can say, my father is much better than my grandfather, who doesn't know anything about. He didn't know anything about what is gender equality, what is women's role in a family, in a society, like that. Means coming to my father, he wanted to get his girl children educated to the highest level, and they have to go to job. And my father is having such visions regarding his daughters. And coming to us, we are the current parent generation, and we are talking among ourselves about the gender equality, then women leadership, then women coming forward to the society contributing towards it. uh, can we rethink that as parents, as mothers, what we are giving to our children, means boys or girls, means what we are giving to our children should not be same as what our parents gave to us. Means we should let them aware about what is going on around us, what they should expect when they are means they will become adults afterwards, what they should what they should share in the society, means the equality, the gender roles they have to play in the family and in the society. That is the main thing. And after 1,000 years, if we go like this, after 100 years, that is it. I think there can be more and more men understanding much better than our previous generations. So only if we make the other gender understand us better, then only we can move forward with this gender equality, then this what we can say, women empowerment, everything. The men is also having the same role, because this is my personal opinion. Family is also important, means parents, children, everything. Means human beings cannot exist as single. We can only exist as a group, as a family, as a society. So this awareness should be there in the society also. So as parents, now this is our responsibility to share our this opinion to our next generation, and then only they can share their views to the next generation. And as women, we should I think we should share more love, more compassion, more caring towards fellow women. That is much more important, because the other may or may not, the other gender may or may not show this to women, but definitely as a woman, we should care for other women. Then only this step by step empowerment will happen. And it is not as so complicated as we think, like giving pressure to show this compassion. It is just as just relax and smile, share this smile to others. When one fellow woman is happy, that happiness is shared to ourselves also. That is it. Okay.
Wow, beautiful saying, Elsa. I loved it. Thank you
Thank
for not taking it to 100. I took it like for 1,000 years from now, then, or maybe within 50 years, probably, as we are promising in our Prayana, by 2030 we would be seeing this time soon.
Yes, that should be our pledge actually. We should
Yes,
change from our generation.
right, right. Absolutely. Beautiful thought, beautiful idea, beautiful insight. Okay, now Saru, sorry, Sarumati, but we usually call her Saru. So, Saru, I have a question to you. In most developing country and society, women consider themselves they are not capable of making a decision. Do you think empowering women economically enables them to make decisions, or is it natural?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Kavita. Yes, actually, women should be economically independent. That will make them empowered women. Actually, there is a study. Actually, women do the unpaid work, unpaid care, and the domestic work 2.6 times more than what men do. Okay, it means women are capable of doing more work and more responsibility, having more responsibility compared to men. But these type of works are not no recognized by people in the society. So in order to achieve the gender equality and the sustainable development, women should be economically empowered. Okay, so I would like to share my screen for a second, if you permit.
Yes, of course.
Fine. Okay. So, like in Prayana, we have launched a online platform called Prayana Collective, that is www.prakal.com. This is the India's first women empowerment e-commerce platform for just to promote the women entrepreneurs. So here the like the main aim to I will just like to is this like, can you see my screen, Kavita?
Yes, yes, of course I can. I can.
Fine, yeah. Here our vision is to empower every woman who joins us with life of abundance, quality, and goodness. And here in strengths of Prakal are Prayojikas, Samyojikas, and the products. Prayojikas are called women entrepreneurs who are into manufacturing business or who are into kind of employs more than 50% of women in their business and making sustainable products. And when you goals of Prakal is the Prakal has been launched to support women entrepreneurship and to scale up the market of women-based business and to reach the quality products to every door and to achieve the mission of more women entrepreneurs in coming years. As this is a goal, like actually, we have come up with the goal setting and to achieve the mission of more women entrepreneurs in coming years means we are in a mission to make more women economically independent, so that will no that will make them much more empowered in the society. So as I mentioned earlier, we as of now we need a gender equality in our society. So in order to achieve that, we women should come forward and contribute more to the society in terms of our either it can be an employability or entrepreneurship, but our effort should be, our contribution should be more in the coming years, and it should be recognized by the society, and to achieve the gender equality and all. And here yes, yeah. In Prayana, like we do give guidance to business development for the women entrepreneurs, and we are mentoring to improve the quality and production, and we are mentoring to understand the marketing strategies also. So, so there are, in so many ways we are trying to bring the empowerment. Like, already women are having a very good capability to empower themselves, but still, due to some reasons, they are behind. They are staying inside the door. They are staying inside the house. We have to bring them out. There the Prayana plays a very big role. So the contribution of Prayana towards women empowerment is we can't measure that actually in a number. So yes, women should be economically empowered to achieve, and yes, it's very much required in the society as of now. All women should get recognition for their work. And as discussed earlier, like when more women entrepreneurs come towards the society to bring their own business or employability, anything, obviously the GDP will also get increased. So there are so many factors behind this women economic empowerment. Not I just explained only one or 2 points. There are so many reasons behind that. So for every reasons to come alive, women should come front, and they have to be economically empowered. Thank you.
Wow, sorry. So I think I can quote at this time like, economists are in demand right now, and especially the women economists are in demand right now.
Definitely, definitely.
Cool. Now, Nidhi, I have a question to you. Harriet Beecher Stowe said, women are the real architects of society. Do you agree?
Definitely, that's a wonderful question. I do agree. And I think we all have experienced at some point the great architects in our lives too. In fact, more than one, maybe, as women architects. Okay, it's a wonderful question to begin with, but I would start with even our Indian old ancient wisdom, where even Manu, the author of Manusmriti, he himself, who's the lawmaker and the legislative person of the olden ages, he said he considered women as holy and pure, and because of this reason, women used to be worshipped and even honored at homes. A little later, if you look at the Gandhiji period, we also find that he also said, without emancipation of women, independence has no meaning. So these words do have a lot of relevance. And in Indian history, if we look at the women have been going through various phases of various ups and downs of honoring, dishonoring, the child marriage, and so many eras we have been through. So it's a cyclic process, and this is the time that we empower people, as our fellow panelists have been highlighting all these, in this session. And again, the motto of today's session, as shared by Gulshanji, also is girl development progress is something that we are envisioning through this forum. Is again, instilling the same meaning. What we are all working for the same goal. Women is embodiment of talent, patience, who brings out the baby and builds a future of the baby, and therefore contributes to the build-up of society. She's also an embodiment of inner strength, tolerance, insights, and responsibility. And we have umpteen number of real life examples. So I'm not going to the examples because there are umpteen numbers. We can also say men have sight, but women have insight. Be it be the language, or be it be the emotions one seeks, or be it be through the embryonic being and its existence. It's the women who brings out a lot of insights. Women definitely build the real bridge between father and the child, even at home. She also helps in building the society thereby. She also builds she's also the bridge towards the future, and she also is a real architect of the society. In fact, if we look at that way, she also is I would say she also is the bridge between the present and future. And if we look at the Gunjan Saxena, one example that came to my mind suddenly is a fighter pilot who is the only female who had to actually during the training she fought through many instances where only men could lead, and finally after not getting chances many a times she finally was the only female who had to rescue her entire men crew. So there lies the power. And if you look at the Lobamudra, Gargi, or Maitreyi of olden ages, even in Upanishads, you see the intellect of the women being expressed, and they were the contributors in Rig Veda and other Upanishads. So right from our existence, we see that the brilliant examples of be it be the intellectual bridge or the societal bridge that people have been building through the various epics. So I would say a strong woman is soft at the same time she's very powerful. She's also practical and spiritual. Thank you for the nice question.
Wow, lovely. So I think when the question was like, the question is like about the architects, the women is architect. So I think I should better quote it in this way, that an artist is not paid for his labor or her labor, but for his or her vision. The way we
Exactly. I do remember another architect, no, Amel Andres. She wrote about the 49 cities and payments beyond the farms. Okay, and in that she is actually redefining the relationship between the cities, farms, and the nature. So that itself is a great example of our times, maybe.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Nidhi. Thank you so much. Now, Miss Soumya, as you are singer, composer, and vocal trainer and percussionist, let me ask you one very important thing right now is, would you like, we would really love to know that how does this COVID-19 pandemic guided you, or I should better say supported you to not to give up?
Okay. Frankly speaking, once the COVID started, for almost 2 months, I had no work. I was a person who was more into stage shows. Actually, I had shows lined up for April and May and for April, they had already paid me the advance for a show in Saudi, and I had a 1 month show in the US. But everything came to a standstill, and in fact, it was the most scariest part of my life, because I had never thought of such a period where there will be no shows or nothing. It was really very, very frightening. And but at some point, I started thinking of, okay, we always say that if one door closes, there will be some other way. So I started again thinking of what I can do. And as I said, some of my friends suggested that actually one of my friends wanted to learn music from me. So she kept, motivating me and telling me that I should start online classes. So teaching was something that I had not thought of before, because I was always traveling, and I thought that, okay, once I start classes, I have to be committed. I need to be there on time for regular classes and all that. So, but she actually made me start taking classes. And frankly speaking, that was a big, that was actually very, very nice, because I never thought that I would enjoy taking classes, and I never knew that online classes would have such a scope, because I know especially when it is music, if it is some other subject, okay, we can take classes online, but you cannot take group classes online. And everybody was saying that it's not worth it. So, but I still gave a try, and now I can say that I am taking individual classes mostly. I had a few group classes which I winded up, because I felt that again it needs a lot of effort, and it's not worth it. But I'm taking individual classes. I have students from US, Dubai, and from different places. So that is something which I started new, and now I know that rather than when it comes to shows, it's not something that we can count on always. But of course, in classes are something that it's a regular income. So, and something else that I started doing is I had a studio which was mostly used only for my own recordings and all that. So I started marketing that, and I am. I have recordings happening here. People come here for recordings and all that. And I also started putting up ads saying that I do music for ads and short films and all that. So this was something that I was not doing. I was only doing works which people, only people who knew me gave me works. But I understood that, okay, I need to market myself. And so I've been doing ads, short film music, background music, and all that. So frankly speaking, COVID was a time which made me really think out of the box. And I can proudly say that along with Prayana, I also conducted an online music contest for specially abled people, and that is something. That is something again that I had never thought of before. But I was invited as a judge for many online events. But everywhere I found that normal people always have a space. But again, and being a person who has been working with autistic kids, I felt that there are so many talented people, even among these specially abled section. And so that is how we came up with this idea. And we had around 160 participants from different parts of Kerala and from different parts of India and even abroad. So that was a great experience. So frankly speaking, COVID-19 opened my eyes. It gave me a very different and more wider vision of life about my dreams about music. So I should say that if you ask me personally, I'll say that it was a good period, though it was, it was a big struggle. And of course, I'm still struggling, but I take it as a challenge, and I'm still working on it.
Wow. You are a warrior. As a quote, better suit up here is, even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise, right?
Yes.
Definitely it will. For all of us, I know this pandemic has really brought us a lot of things, a lot of ups and downs, but at the same time, it has given us lots of opportunities as well.
True. Very true.
So let's grab it up and let's move on together, right? But Soumya, I cannot leave you up because, and of course, we know that, you are a queen of music. So give us a moment to hear your soulful voice.
Sure, sure. I'll sing a Hindi song. It's not a Chitra's number, but still, I hope you all enjoy it. बाहों में चलिया बाहों में चलिया हो हमसे सनम क्या पर्दा हो हमसे सनम क्या पर्दा ये आज का नहीं मिलन ये संग है उम्र भर का बाहों में चलिया हो हमसे सनम क्या पर्दा हो हमसे सनम क्या पर्दा चले ही जाना है नजर चुरा के यूं फिर थामी थी साजन तुमने मेरी कलाई क्यों हाँ चले ही जाना है नजर चुरा के यूं फिर थामी थी साजन तुमने मेरी कलाई क्यों किसी को अपना बना के छोटे ऐसा कोई नहीं करता बाहों में चलिया हो हमसे सनम क्या पर्दा हो हमसे सनम क्या पर्दा हो हमसे सनम क्या पर्दा.
Wow. Wow, I'm speechless. Your voice was like blooming out.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Blessings. Lots of blessings. Wow.
Actually, along with that, I would like to share the link of my YouTube channel as well. And please do subscribe and follow me if you really like my music. Please do listen to more of my tracks. You can watch my singing and percussion. A lot of jamming things are coming up. More videos are coming up. So, this is one big way you can support a musician.
We are always there. We are always there. We will be there always.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
So, okay. Soumya, are you going to share it right now? Oh, great. We got it.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so very much. So I think Gulshan ji, we can share it in the YouTube as well, right? Of course we can. Only we have to put Soumya and she will be there. Yes, we only have got one Soumya. So I'm concluding today's session with these words. Behind every successful woman is a tribe of other successful women who have her back. And through Prayana, I have really felt it, understood it, and every day my journey starts with the Prayana. So thank you, Prayana. Thank you, Gulshan ji. Thank you, Elsa, Soumya, Aditi, and Nidhi for being in here with me today. So God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kavita. It was wonderful. Thank you very much. And first of all, I must convey my deep gratitude to all my little sisters, family members, my children, those joined today, because 5 of them, they are the stars. They are the stars of the evening. Everybody enjoyed so well, so beautifully, and so much to learn and so much to pick up. Aditi, we would like to get into the details in future, where you mentioned from 2005 to 2020 when we have come. Please do share with Kavita. I would like to get into the details of it. How do we go on to the lower side from 30% to 25 something? That is something very important. In fact, I removed that slide. I had prepared, I removed it. But that time I didn't know Aditi is going to highlight this point. So you got to share something. 20% I had taken, 30% I had not worked on that earlier, but that was a great. Elsa, I thought that time the answer will come from your side to Kavita. Don't think about 100 years. How the world would be, we do not know. Let's talk about next year and next 10 years and next 20 years. Because what our future generation will do, our children will do, our grandchildren will do, great grandchildren will do, they will do. What do we do and contribute on this planet before we disappear is very, very important. There was a beautiful sentence from Nidhi. I must compliment her when she mentioned, and I was trying to listen that very carefully. Men have fight and women have insight. Wow. This is a beautiful sentence I'm going to use in my future talks, but I will not say it was from Dr. Nidhi. Why should I tell? It's not your patent. Okay. Anyway, that I'm joking. Gunjan Saxena example which you gave, remarkable. That was the need of the time. A lot of children got inspiration and she became aspiration. Now, artist is paid for the vision. That was again very powerful statement which was made over there. Cities and farmers and nature. What was the name of that lady? What is the name of Nidhi, that lady? Or
she was an architect and educationist and an urban theorist. Amel Andros. She's an American.
Just put it into the chat box. I want to get the correct spellings.
Definitely.
Because I must get it. It's very important. I will go through. And you kindly pass on the details, Nidhi, about that to Kavita. I would like to go through that article because I always want to be a very humble learner, very humble learner. When I talk about, I do not know, I never ask a age of the female. So when some of us might have not been born when I was in Kerala, and that is the time I used to travel Kerala, and what are places I have seen, right from Ponmudi to Thiruvananthapuram to Varkala to Alapi to Koilon to Vaipin to Ernakulam to Trichur to Kottayam to Thekkady to Idukki to Periyar to Shabramali to Ayyappas, and putting on black clothes, and from there going all the way to Tamil Nadu, Meenakshi and Madurai and all that. It was architect. Okay. The name
sir, then I would add one recent small example. You must definitely try out the Agastya Godam.
Okay.
Agastya Godam visit.
Okay. Then we went to Kazikode, that Vasco da Gama's, then Kenanur, then the beaches. And then I went to Karwar Beach Resort. From there only to Karnataka. Further, you know, I've traveled length and breadth. There is no place in Kerala which I have not enjoyed. All the plantation, rubber plantation, cashew nuts, tea gardens, and coffee gardens, everything. I mean, it's beautiful. And some of the movies like a mad, I've seen 11 times. And I'm very fond of Yashodas and Chitraji. I'm very, very fond of, because they are amazing, amazing, you know. And let's come on to further. I would like to recommend this evening, all our audience, please understand, there's a beautiful book called Future Shocks. One of my friend to whom I met in 1970s earlys, and his first edition, second edition, third edition, how could he foresee that the world will pass through this particular patch? Kavita, I'll take 3 more minutes. I know you have got next session. Only 3 more minutes. Okay. So the thing is, Future Shocks, you must read. It is written by Alan Toffler. There's an audiobook. And like you do morning prayer, I would request you listen to that as much as you can. Then secondly, for all teachers, those are in education, you must watch a movie and a documentary which has come, The Social Dilemma, because it's the latest movie and it is 1 hour, 26, 27 minutes. You must go through, you will come to know. And thirdly, I come from the armed forces. I come from tourism background. And now associated with the whole world. The more I have traveled, the, almost 80% of the planet, I have become more humble. I have realized I have no significance. I'm so insignificant. I have to learn from each one of you. Like Elsa baby also gave a lot of things this evening. So I want to learn from all of you. That is the way. So there's a book called Artificial Intelligence and Future Power. You must read. It's the latest book by Rajiv Malhotra from America. That gentleman, 50 years he has invested of his life, and that is called Artificial Intelligence and Future Power. Now coming to Soumya. As an elder brother, as a father, whatever you want to take it, you accept me, you don't accept me, but I accept you. Music is my lifeline. At the age of 72, I think like 20-year-old boy only because of music, music, and music. Music is inside. And I talked to my mother that you are 95-year-old. How do you sing romantic songs? We do not listen any sad song. We do not listen ever anything which is, taking you into a dark mood or bad mood and all. No, always chirping, happy, pepped up, nicely. That is the way we should work out. And you sung a very good song, very nice song. I must compliment you. But I wanted to listen Malayalam today, but you deprived me of that. Maybe some other day, because I always feel music has got no language. And the task which I would like to give all my teachers, all my brother teachers, educators, wherever you are, music should be for education. Music is for physics. Music is for chemistry. Music is for mathematics. Music is for my biology. Music is for living. The other day, one of the principal had come from Kerala. I was zapped. He had half an hour alone, walk the talk with me. He was walking in his school. His school is in open. Trees, plantation, organic farming, everything. And the names he had given so beautifully and so nicely. So that part we have to take care of. Music is something very important. And then when she told Soumya that the COVID, when Kavita, you asked her that COVID and how post-COVID and all, I would request you, always think out of the box, not only during COVID or post-COVID, all the times in life, you should think out of the box. There is one lady called Sanjeevani. It is very important for you, Soumya. There is a lady in Mumbai. Her name is Sanjeevani. She has done 1,027 concerts, 1,027 concerts during COVID-19. Can you imagine virtual? And the last concert which I saw, that was 17th of September. She's a Marathi lady. 4 hour, 18 minutes, 22nd concert she did, and she raised 5 crore for those children whose parents cannot afford education for them. Remarkable, mind-blowing, out of the box name, out of the window, out of the door, out of the home, anything you got to think. So we close this particular session that tomorrow we have got at 12:30, but 7th of March, I invite all of you, those are interested to enjoy their life. There's a lady called, yes, Kavita asked a question, 100-year journey. I'll tell you 100-year journey. There's a lady called Dr. Sunita Bhuya. She's coming on Sunday at 8 p.m. And she is a violinist. Her mother was a violinist. Her grandmother was a violinist. It has traveled in the family. And she's going to give 1.5 hour performance, education, leadership through music. Education, leadership through music. 1.5 hour alone, solo show we are organizing under Women Empowerment on Sunday at 8 p.m. With these words, my blessings to all of you, my regards to all of you, my greetings to all of you. Stay safe, stay fine, grow, grow, grow. Every day you should grow. Make the universe grow. Make the world grow. I'm not talking about increased population. I'm not telling that. So you should grow intellectually, spiritually, and you should culturally, musically, whatever you can do. So much can be done in this universe. And Kavita, great efforts. And thanks and regards and greetings to you, to your family, and to all other families, all my children and younger sisters. Stay safe, stay fine. Yennam ventaratin adum navela, yashamalasaran kochum navela. That is the way. Chattakare. I don't know, Kavita, what is that pronunciation? I don't know exactly.
It's
Soumya is
Chattakari,
laughing.
right?
Soumya is
Chattakari.
laughing. Soumya is laughing. See, Punjabi will speak a fractured Malayalam. You know, you got to grant him that. But you should be happy that at least I enjoy that language. I want to learn that language. Prem Leelai
No,
Kochu
I love
Kamal
the
Mayam.
enthusiasm and that your spirit.
And you know, 37 years back, Prem Leelai Kochu Kamal Maya Grama Monundake. Further, I don't know. We will see next time when it comes on to beautiful song, Chattakare. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot. All the best. God bless all of us. Stay safe, stay fine, serve the humanity. And final word, otherwise she would say, Kavita, sir, you have not done the justice. Prayana, we will help you. Prayana, we will give you, what